Hello.
Hello. How are you? Besides hello, is looking at where the show started and we're ending it now and all, just what do you think the show accomplished? I mean, and I don't mean in terms of Oliver Queen's story, but in terms of, as a series, as a piece of pop culture, what do you think the show?
That's your opener?
How's that? Not good?
Shit, man.
Hello.
That's a really difficult question to answer because it's very, very difficult for me to look at what we've done in the series from 30,000 feet because I'm deep in, right? You know what I mean? And little things bother me. Not as much as they did when we started, but little things bother me. And that makes it difficult to view everything as a whole. But, I mean, we're not claiming that we did this, but the proof was kind of in the pudding. You know what I mean? Like, you've got Arrow and Flash and Legends and Supergirl and Black Lightning and Iron Fist and Daredevil and Jessica Jones and what do they do when they all get together? What's that called? No. When all the Marvel Netflix shows get together.
Oh, the Defenders.
Yeah, okay, you got the Defenders. You know what I mean? Like, you got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You have, to my mind, if we are proof of concept that you can do a superhero show on TV and that it can work, right? Piggybacking off of Smallville, which should never go unmentioned, ever. I feel like the legacy is that we've produced a bunch of content that people dig, and it's not going to last forever. And I'm glad we were the first.
Talking of first, hello.
Hi.
But what went through your mind when you read the first script to the new season?
Frankly, I got very emotional because you think about the end, but we got one more day to film the premiere, right? And when we wrap that one, when I get wrapped on Monday night, in my head I'm gonna go, 9 to go? You know what I mean? But more specifically, I was really, really pumped that my character got to stump Josh Segarra. Because that asshole was always 10 steps ahead of me.
So we've been told that each episode is going to be like a coda to the other seasons, and it's going to be very intense and fast-paced. What can you tell us about what you know of that, and what are you looking forward to?
I think it's pretty cool that we get to do this last season, and we actually didn't have to shoot a good chunk of the episode for the premiere because we just used footage from the pilot.
What's next for you? I mean, obviously,
I don't know.
Well, you've been busy, knocking points. You're being very entrepreneurial with the different cons, and I'm curious to know, is producing in your future, or?
One of the reasons that I wanted to be done with the what happened?
My
just
battery
gave out. Don't react away. It's okay. One of the reasons that I wanted to be done with the show is because I have a difficult time being an aspirational thinker when I'm in the midst of a project, right? So I have a bunch of things that I want to do, but it might actually be true what they say about men and multitasking. I can't. I want to put my roots back down in Los Angeles. Beth and I have a nice house there. I've spent 100 days there over the past 4 years, maybe. One of my goals actually is I want to become an American citizen. And in order to do that, you need to spend over 50% of your time over the course of 5 years. So my daughter is a dual citizen, my wife is American, I own property, I pay taxes, and I can't vote. So that's actually one of my goals, is to spend enough time in the United States that I can qualify to be a citizen.
And then negates.
Sorry, go
My next
ahead.
question was going to be, are you going to come back home to Toronto to shoot anything? But as a 90-day fiance, I get what you're going through right now.
Actually, I feel like there's a really good chance that I'll be back in Toronto shooting stuff pretty soon.
I was just going to ask how impactful, these crossovers you guys do always have an impact, but this one seems like it's going to be truly impactful. And from what we hear, especially on Arrow, what's your feeling about Crisis on Infinite Earths?
That I'm just incredibly grateful that we get a chance to do it. I mean, it's the gold standard of, like DC tales. You know what I mean? And the fact that we get to do it, and the fact that it coincides with us wrapping up our part of the journey. I mean, come on. Like it's amazing. I never could have imagined it. I feel so eternally grateful, and I just really hope that they listen to some of my pitches.
2 Supermans, too.
Two. I'd go for more than 2, but that's just me.
Do you know how it's going to end for Oliver at the very end? And how do you feel about that?
Good.
How long did you know?
I've actually always pitched. I think the thing that some people don't realize is that Crisis, our episode of the crossover is our 8th episode. So we have 2 more on the B side. I've known how the crossover is going to go down, but I didn't actually get pitched the final episode until today. I was so fired up. It's really cool.
How do you feel about filming the final season without Emily?
Not great. And there's no way to sugarcoat this. In a perfect world, she's still on the show. It sucks that she's not. She is one of my very best friends, and on a personal level, I am so happy for her. I cried when I read her New York Times review for her play. I'm going to go see it next weekend. But I also texted her on the way back to Vancouver. Going to Vancouver to shoot the show and you're not there, and it sucks. So I think that both things can be true in this instance. Me personally, I actually kind of hope she doesn't come back. Because I love goodbyes. I love finite goodbyes. Right? That being said, if she wants to, that'd be cool.
There are some people coming back. Who are you most excited to work with again and see again and say goodbye to again?
I can't tell you, but I do it with this character in the premiere. In a set that we rebuilt from the pilot.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.